You'll see that when the Crusaders came, then Jewish people expelled from Jerusalem. But when the Muslims ruled, then the Christians, Muslims and Jewish people lived in peace and harmony.
As long as they paid the jizya?
Of course, as long as they paid the tax, which is...
Jizya is a subjugation tax. It's not only to be protected by the Muslims, it's also to be humiliated by them. Yeah, in a peace and harmony. Who in the world charges protection tax and then claims they lived in peace?
What's your view as a British Muslim on the State of Israel?
I have no issue. As long as people are living in peace, if they have their side, they have their country, and the Palestinians have their own kind of safe spot where they can live freely without under any oppression or any injustice, then I think this is the solution for peace in the Middle East.
Up. There's a Muslim.
I wasn't expecting to hear that because I didn't expect.
There's a Muslim walking right behind them in complete freedom. What oppression are you talking about? Hi guys, this is Sahar TV, and in today's video we'll see Tommy Robinson, who's currently in Israel, talking to an Imam from the UK. Let's see what kind of schooling Tommy is going to give this Imam.
Are you from Britain?
Yes, I am from
I
Britain.
knew you was from Britain and I see you.
I've seen you a lot, mate.
How are you?
How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Nice to meet you. What's your name?
My name's Umar.
Omar.
Yeah.
Omar, we're obviously in Jerusalem.
Yep.
We're just understanding the complexity of the Jewish side and the Muslim side.
Yeah.
What's your view as a British Muslim on the State of Israel?
I have no issue. As long as people are living in peace, if they have their side, they have their country, and the Palestinians have their own kind of safe spot where they can live freely without under any oppression or any injustice, then I think this is the solution for peace in the Middle East.
Up. There's a Muslim.
I wasn't expecting to hear that because I didn't expect.
There's a Muslim walking right behind them in complete freedom. What oppression are you talking about?
Expect to hear many Muslims that would recognise the Israeli state.
Okay. No, I have no issue. The Israelis, they've been living here for thousands of years. They have a rich history in this part of the Middle East.
Where are you from, bro?
I'm from Britain,
Whereabouts?
Leicester.
Leicester, okay.
Yeah. And if they want to live in this part of the country, in this part of the region of the world, then they can. But what the issue of the mainly Muslim majority population is, as long as they live in peace together, as long as there's not this oppression and injustice taking place, then we have no problem.
What would you say if
you look at throughout Muslim history, you'll see that when the Crusaders came, then Jewish people expelled from Jerusalem. But when the Muslims ruled, then the Christians, Muslims and Jewish people lived in peace and harmony.
As long as they paid the jizya?
Of course, as long as they paid the tax, which is...
Jizya is a subjugation tax. It's not only to be protected by the Muslims, it's also to be humiliated by them. Yeah, in a peace and harmony. Who in the world charges protection tax and then claims they lived in peace?
We live in Britain.
As long as they were subjugated.
No, as long as they live freely. If you read history, there was no oppression, there was no occupation.
Providing they paid special money for protection.
Just like we do pay our taxes.
But the Muslims didn't have to pay the same tax.
The Muslims have to pay extra. They have to pay zakah, they have to pay ushr.
Zakah is lower than jizya in some cases. There's testimony from people in Jerusalem who had to mortgage their homes to be able to pay the ridiculous jizya fee.
Charity towards Muslims.
No, that goes to the community Baitul Mal. That goes back to that's the same concept of taxes.
Can I ask you? So, what would you say if I've just told you I've walked along this shopping street in the Muslim quarter?
Yep.
I've spoke to many Muslim business owners who said they love the State of Israel.
Yeah, that's fine.
But that surprised you? It surprised me.
I don't think so.
But they said they're happy living here and they haven't faced discrimination and they feel fairly treated under the State of Israel.
That's perfectly fine. As long as they're happy, they're living in peace and security, I see no issue with this. And if they have no issue with it, then I have no issue with it.
What's your name?
Omer.
More Muslims like I'm here, yeah?
No, I'm just for peace. I don't like this fighting taking place.
What can I ask your view? The British government just recognised the state of Palestine.
Yeah? I think that's a great move.
Okay, but the Palestinian Authority, who control the state of Palestine, they have a rule and a law where they pay money to people from the refugee camps, Muslims, to go and kill Israelis. So they reward people for murdering innocent civilians. Is that a good thing?
No, of course not. Definitely.
So how can we as a country recognise
very
them?
clearly that the Quran says that to kill one person is as you have killed the entire mankind.
Can you
To save one person is as if you have saved the entire mankind.
Can you carry on reading that verse?
من قتل نفسا بغير نفس أو فساد في الأرض فكأنما قتل الناس جميعا ومن أحياها فكأنما أحيا الناس
He's forgetting unless they commit mischief in the land. He's forgetting that verse.
جميعا.
Can I translate what you said? Unless they cause mischief and they must have their hands and feet cut off and exiled from the land.
That's not up to Tom, Dick and Harry to decide. That is up to a qualified judge to decide. And if you look in Ottoman history, you'll find very few scenarios where that actually took place.
Can I ask, who's Ibn Kathir?
Ibn Kathir is a great mufassir and Muslim theologian.
Is he very good? Is he recognised worldwide?
Yes.
Ibn Kathir translates the word mischief as meaning not believing in Allah.
Okay.
So that verse that you just quoted,
That's his.
you just said he's a great scholar. That word that you just that verse that you just translated,
Yep.
according to that great Islamic scholar,
Yes.
translates that
Yes.
mischief,
Yep.
not believing in Allah,
Yep.
must be punished
Yep.
by death, execution.
That's his opinion. Now, if you
You just said he's a great Islamic scholar, yeah? He's one of the most renowned in the world.
That doesn't mean I have to agree with everything he says. As for example,
But do you understand why we have a problem when a million...
You as a human being,
Yeah.
I don't agree with the majority of your views, but that doesn't mean I don't support your journalism. That doesn't mean I agree with the work that you are doing.
Okay,
I am
so
happy
fair.
with that.
But what I'm saying is, do you understand why, if we've got an Islamic scholar
Yeah.
who's one of the most renowned in the world,
Yeah.
he translates
Yeah.
the verse that you just quoted to say kill non-Muslims?
Yeah, but if you look at see, one thing is what's on paper. If you look at the example of how the Islamic society and the Islamic caliphate ruled for the past 13 centuries, you will find that isn't the case.
What about the ISIS caliphate?
We don't agree with that at all. That is.
What sect are you from, sir?
I'm a Sunni.
You're a Sunni?
Yes.
Okay.
The ISIS caliphate was not. I can't even call it a caliphate. That was completely against the Quran and Sunnah. Everything that they did is.
It follows the Quran almost to a T. They behead people because Muhammad used to behead people. They enslave girls because Muhammad used to enslave girls. It's the same. They do exactly what Muhammad, their prophet, used to do.
Completely against, and I can see freely and openly that they are not Muslims at all. Even Hamas. Hamas, they some of the teachings that they propagate and some of the things they have carried out is against Muslim teachings.
Are you an imam?
Yes, I am an imam.
At a mosque in Leicester?
Nottingham.
In Nottingham?
Yes.
Okay. Interesting chat, bro.
And I follow you on social media quite a lot, and I applaud you for your patriotism. But unfortunately, I think that you have maybe got the wrong picture and the wrong version of Islam. And I've watched your podcast. I know you have Muslim friends in growing up in Luton, and I think the area where you have grown up in was mainly was it Pakistani Kashmiri Muslims.
Pakistani
right?
Kashmiri.
And then
Are you Indian?
Yes, I am.
Deobandi?
Gujarati. Yes.
Deobandi?
And you'll notice that the Gujaratis, Deobandis, generally they are more kind of welcoming, and they are less inclined to this kind of violence and sectarianism.
What about Tablighi Jamaat, the mosque?
Yes,
That's your main mosque?
No, I'm not part of the group, but I know people that are part of the group.
Okay.
What do you think about Ali Dawa and people like Ali Dawa?
People like them, I don't really have any inclination towards those kind of people. I don't really agree what they kind of do. You know, going out to the streets and forcing people and, you know, being aggressive. I've seen some of his videos. He can be quite aggressive. That kind of approach, I'm more of a gentle person. I like talking to people.
What about his ideology? What do you believe?
I don't. What in terms of?
In terms of...
He's a Muslim.
Do you know, like, let me ask you. So, say, like, for example, in your perfect society, yours,
Yes.
forget Britain,
Yep.
what you would love to see for the whole world or your country or where you live, what should, in that nation, what would you put the legal age for sex as?
I'm not a legislator. I'm not familiar with the law, so I can't give an answer to that question.
No, in your society, if you could govern society, you're an imam, in your ideal society, what would the rules be around?
There's no specific age. Whatever the culture of that and the norm of that society is, that would be the legal age.
He is trapping him because in specific parts of the world, in Muslim countries, you have the legal age as low as 6. Because Muhammad, the Prophet, used to be married to a 6-year-old, Aisha, right? And he consummated the marriage when she was 9.
So, for example, in medieval Britain, the age was very young.
But what about now? What about now?
So now the norm of society would be that 18 plus. And if somebody was to get married younger, I wouldn't agree with that because it's not the custom and the norm of this age. So Islam is unique that it follows the customs and traditions of the society, the community.
Doesn't it wish to? So wasn't Muhammad perfect?
Of course he was.
So wouldn't it be about implementing the way Muhammad lived?
He never preached this. He never commanded us to do this. The Quran clearly says to marry women that there's no age restriction, there's no limit. It's based on the norm and culture of that society. So if you look at medieval Britain, so many kings, even in the Bible, many examples of...
Richard Lionheart had an 11-year-old wife.
Yeah, exactly.
But we don't want to emulate Richard Lionheart. Can I ask one more question, Mo? You've watched...
I need to run for prayer.
Okay, sorry, man. You've watched a lot of my content, yeah?
Yes, I have, yeah.
Do you think I hate Muslims?
I wouldn't say you hate Muslims, but I think you have sort of hatred and a misunderstanding, a misconstrued understanding of what Islam is. And I believe that's because of maybe the environment you grew up in and the things that you saw growing up. You mind if I take a picture?
Of course not, bro. Of course not. Of course.
Wow, beautiful.
I'll prank you, so you got it? Take it. See you later, man. See you later, bro.
Wow, guys, there's about 7 minutes left for this video, and I'll include it. But wow, what a beautiful interaction. He was really peaceful, this guy, and he knew how to talk. But again, the fact that you can't answer some of these questions and not be able to say 16 and up should be a legal age, 18 and up should be a legal age, that just shows a little bit about the Islamic understanding of what marriage should be and when it should be conducted. But beautiful, beautiful, beautiful video by Tommy. He really knows how to have conversations. And of course, Avi Amini next to him that you're not actually seeing. But wow, I'll include the link to the full video for Tommy in the link below. And if you want to follow his trip, I think it's tommyinisrael.com. I'm not sure, but I'll attach that below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye. If you'd like to watch more of my stuff, please check out my channel down below. If you like what you see, don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and hit that notification button so you can be notified every time I upload new content. If you'd like to support me and the channel financially, you can do that using Buy Me Coffee or Patreon down in the links below. Also, we now have a Discord that you can join down in the link below. And now you can become a YouTube member and enjoy